Howdy, people here, and today's video is going to be slightly different than usual, just because I'm going to be like sort of breaking down, or no more breaking down, more of uh, showing you what I have found on in space with Markiplier. So hope you guys enjoyed. Um, I might not be 100% accurate, but I just did my best. Right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye. Okay, so what I did is I grabbed every single video from In Space with Markiplier, his latest one, and I watched them. And I picked out the videos that have actual information about the In Space with Markiplier incident. And from all seven, there are only really four that are actually important, which are the error, obviously the In Space with Mark, and uh, the paradox detected, and there's also the driving one. So if you haven't seen Space of Markiplier, the storyline is basically this. So Markiplier was an engineer that built the indestructible one, which then tragically got destroyed by unknown causes. Afterwards, he built the second one, which is fueled by the warp core that that has unknown nature. It created a wormhole which the ship is halfway through and is stuck. And our character has to go through a big journey to try to get it unstuck. And that's part one. Alright, so the first one is error. So error doesn't really have much to look at. It's really in between the frames that you really have to look out for. So there's a bunch of like hidden messages with like codes that you have to decode. Surprise, which you can find an image in Space with Markiplier that basically translate them for you. And the first one says these nuts. This is actually one of them. I'm not even joking. The second one is not much left. The third one says seven gods aligned. The fourth one says a key formed from their union. The fourth one says key formed from their union. These sound similar, but they're not. And the final one says the lock hides in time. Okay, now for the second one. So the second one is the driving one, which is called drive time radio. It's the game that he plays. And basically there's not really much interesting during the video, but it's mostly when you get to the end, which is the actual uh, part that has to do with this. So at the very last part, you can get like two choices, which lead you to two more choices, and appear that's the end. But in between those, if you listen closely, he mentions something to do with time and the multiverse, I think. Something to do with that. And that's gonna be important later when I tell you what I think is actually gonna happen. You'll see that when we come to that. Moving on to the next one. So this one that has two main key features. Actually, no, three. And the first one is very early on, and it says like paradox linked or something to like universe one, two, three, blah blah. Blah. Now, just so I mention, in this it actually says something about like the audio starts to get distorted. Halfway to I don't know what that is. I've tried to slow it down. I have no idea what it is. But there's that. There's the mention of wormholes, and there's also the link in the description, which leads you to a website where you have to enter in the password. So I don't know what this password is, or what this password is at all. I have tried all of the secret messages. None of them worked. And even in the video, that I have mentioned about in this. I have mentioned before. There's the other one, the space one, which I guess kind of plays a key role in this, which because it's in space, and in the space one you have to type in a passcode. Mark types in three passwords, which is two of them are wrong and one of them are right. I tried both of them, neither of them worked. And this is basically the final one. After this, I'm gonna do my speculation. Okay, so now for the speculation. What do I think is going on? So first things first, the key features are obviously space and wormholes and that's basically the key features. So with the secret freezes, the seven gods, the lock hidden in time, blah blah blah. So what my theory is that in Space of Markiplier, we're not seeing the actual in Space of Markiplier breakdown. What we're seeing is different versions of the story being told in different multiverses. Like for example, the one with black and white and stuff like that. That one is in a different universe that makes everything look black and white with the narrations in their head. And another thing is how did they get the core then? So my theory is that one of the secret messages is seven gods aligned and a key from their uh, their union key formed from their union. So by those two, I think that the seven gods aligned, giving humanity this key, which isn't like an actual key, it's the warp core. And the gods knew that they'll use the the key to try to go to space. They knew that using the key or the warp core would create the giant black, I mean not black, the giant wormhole to try to go through space. Now you might be wondering why would they want to do that. I'm not exactly sure why they would want to do that. My theory is that they want to do it. They harm, I guess, the universe. Kind of like not Thanos, but like a god that's trying to destroy the universe. You know what I mean? And it is actually a theory that wormholes can go through 2 points in space. It's like folding a piece of paper. You can get to both sides easier if at least they're touching. But if a wormhole can go through time and space, it can technically go through universes. And what we are seeing in Space Markiplier is actually the same story told in different timelines. And the videos that we also watch are actually the exact same. The different parts of Markiplier's life in different multiverses that are getting kind of like linked to the warp core and the wormhole because it's linking all different multiverses into one. And we can also see that sometimes when the screen glitches or bugs out. And this all makes sense except for the most recent one, which is the paradox detected. Now this isn't a video; it's actually a disclaimer from the Universe Alliance to say that if you see a black hole, don't jump into it, or not only can you cause yourself infinite pain and whatever, you can actually get sent through time and space, and your body, this is also a theory, isn't proven, but your body seeing and getting too close to your own body in a different dimension or a different timeline may cause both of them to fuse and really just causing the universe to start breaking and fusing all of them together. So that's really my theory. This isn't exactly bulletproof, it's mostly just speculation. I might be right, I might be wrong, who knows. I leave the link to the password in my description, and I'll maybe do a part 2 if Markiplier keeps uploading, and I'll see you all if I do a part 2.